What's up, everybody? This is Killer Arcade Games. I'm Chris, and I've been traveling a lot, so I've actually managed to go to another new arcade. This one is in Texas. It's up near Lewisville, or in Lewisville, which is basically between Dallas and Fort Worth. That whole area is loaded with arcades, and I strongly recommend if you are looking for a destination city to go see an arcade or go back and experience some classic arcade gaming, Dallas-Fort Worth area is a solid choice. That plus Chicago, Illinois, of course, for Galloping Ghost. But this one I'm going to call the Galloping Ghost of Texas because they seem to be trying to take that, I don't know, I don't want to say for sure, but they seem to be trying to take that in my mind. This is the largest arcade in Texas. It only costs you $12.99 to get in. That's with tax and everything, at least from my experience. Most of the machines are on free play. The classics are all on free play. You will run into a few modern machines that give tickets that you will have to pay per play. They give you a card when you enter. You get a couple free credits on the card already anyway. You also have to pay to play the pinball machines. Kind of a different system than I'm used to, which is a mixture of pay per play and free play. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty good idea. Let's go ahead and dive into the tour. I did not get to record this entire place. I went there on a busy, I believe it was a Saturday night, so it had just opened also, so people were coming from all over. Right away, though, when you walk in, there are a couple of rare machines. One is extremely rare. We're looking at it now, which is Beavis and Butthead. The only other time I've ever seen one of those is at Galloping Ghost. I believe there's only 12 of them that were ever made, and this one, I believe, has the number 2 serial number, so it's extremely rare to find. I've never seen that freeze game either. I assume that's what it is. There are a lot of older machines here, so if you're a parent and you have kids and you want to entertain your kids but also have fun, maybe relive some of the classics from your day, this is a good place to stop in. Check out this pinball row. This is just one of many rows, by the way. Look at all the toppers on these machines. A lot of their machines are limited edition Stern machines. They don't buy just the cheapest ones. It makes me believe that whoever owns the place may have taken his personal collection and taken it public. Either way, it was highly impressive pinball row. Here we go. We got the classics like Journey, Wacko. There are so many games here that I've never seen before. I had to be very careful, try not to record too many kids. I don't want people's kids in my videos, especially if they don't want to be in them. But here we go. I found some of my favorites. Killer Instinct, which is funny because I'm going to pause there. You can see the CAG and the CXKs on there. Those are the two initials, different initials that I leave on my machine, on every KI machine I encounter. That is my favorite game of all time. I'm very happy to have one here in my own backyard arcade. But I immediately went here trying to put my name into this machine and found my initials were already on this machine. It's a brand new location, so I assume what happened is they bought that machine from one of the Cidercade chains that is in the area there, and I've probably already played it at one of those. It was kind of baffling to see my initials already on it. But we have some more fighting games here. There actually was a bit of a lack of fighting games here, in my opinion. For having such a diverse collection, he could have maybe had a few more fighters. Who knows? Maybe he has more fighters and they're coming as he expands. So we'll just have to wait and see. Look at this. Roadrunner, Road Blasters, Indiana Jones. What is that one? Pack Rat. I've never even seen Pack Rat. I don't think I've ever seen a Marble Madness in that shape either. The Nintendo row that you find at a lot of arcades. Those are really good-looking cabinets. Nintendo hit a home run on those. The dual monitor machines, I believe those are all Nintendo. I could be wrong, though. Now we have more of a classic pinball section here. I played that. I don't even know what that is. I'm going to pause again. Whatever that car one is right there on the right of the screen, I played that. I've never seen that before. It was a fun pinball machine. I think it's pretty rare, but I could be wrong. You'll have to let me know in the comments. Not a huge pinball guy. I have a couple machines, and that's it. Walking Dead, Monopoly. Look at these classics here. Some of these are before my time. Crime City. Tried not to get that guy in my video. Shinobi. Look at that. Tetris. You got to have a Tetris, right? You used to be able to play it handheld, but you got to be able to play it with color, of course. Gang Wars, Hydra. And we're going to go back around. I was trying to get as many of the machines recorded as I possibly could. Shoes. I've never seen that except for at Cidercade. It must be more of a rare machine. They may have bought it from Cidercade for all I know. Choplifter. Joust is there. Sinistar. I rarely see that one in person, which is interesting. Here we have the Redemption style machines, the ones that the little kids are going to have a ball with, maybe more casual players. The Connect 4 Hoops machine. R-Type 2. Gosh, some of these I can't even read because I'm unfamiliar with them. Here we have another fighter, though, Marvel. The Neo Geo row, I'm going to try to zoom in here and get some better views of what's actually in them. That is a 6 one. Yeah, 6 Neo Geo. Yeah, I'm not a Neo Geo guy, so I don't know most of those games. I know people hate when I say that. I just never ran into them. I do know Bust-A-Move. I like Bust-A-Move. And we have some classics there as well. I tried to get the close-up to please you Neo Geo fellas. Double Dragon 1 and 2, Primal Rage, APB, Skins game. This is a kind of a rare midway golf game that a lot of you may have never even heard of. I almost bought one time just to play on the channel. Target Terror was there. Carnival was one of the few machines that was actually down when I went. I love Carnival. Good game. Blasteroids, is that right? Yep, I think. Space Invaders. We have Ring King. There you go. So overall, I had a lot of fun here. A lot of the machines, of course, the place just opened them, but a lot of them were in really great shape. Very few were not working. The CRTs looked amazing. I hope they'll be able to keep up with it. 400 and something machines is a lot to keep up with, though. I did see a couple of their techs working on machines while I was there. And this is a very rare, I'm assuming, pinball machine that I've never seen before. It's in an upright cabinet. It was a lot of fun. I played quite a bit of that one. The classic pinballs right here. Twilight Zone is so cool to see again. Addams Family, Terminator 2, The Getaway. These were from like when I was a kid and I started first going to arcades. That's how I knew those. We have Tapper, Dragon's Lair 2, Dragon's Lair 1, I believe. Space Ace also. Sorry for the shaky cam there. Trying to avoid people. They were everywhere. Tron and another disc of Tron to see. That's the last video I did a walkthrough on. Not at this location had one of those. And Empire Strikes Back dedicated, I guess. I don't know if they ever made a dedicated of that, but either way, it's its own machine, and then there's also the Star Wars. This is kind of the sitting area that's in the center. You got sports, you got stuff on the TVs that'll entertain the parents. I really enjoyed my visit here. I do plan to go back. Hopefully, I'll probably wait a little while, and maybe I can sneak up there on like a weekday and get a full walkthrough of the place. But until then, that's going to be the best I could do. I did not want to have a bunch of people in my video or, you know, feeling awkward like I was recording them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've been there, please let me know about your experience. If you want to go there, I will leave an address in the description. Hopefully I'll remember. But it used to be a Planet Fitness. It is a monstrous arcade. And from what I've heard, and this is just rumor, I've not talked to the owner, but from what I've heard, they're already looking to expand. So if they expand further into this old shopping center that did not have a lot going on in it, this place could become massive, and it could start reaching Galloping Ghost levels of machines in there. So go check them out, support them, support your local arcade, because these things do not pop up very often. Many of you probably live in a city where you have no arcades to go play. I'm personally somewhat in one of those. I'm in San Antonio, and there's not a lot here for us to play. I've toyed with the idea of opening my own arcade. I'm already running another business. I can't run two at the time. Until next time, guys, leave me a comment. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for more arcade content, and I will see you guys on the next video.